Hello, welcome back to Formula One 20, my team clear episode 20, and we do it over to Mexico long time. So my side is really getting into this one. Like we know from the previous week, we actually finished in better place than expected. This is P14, is it P14? Yeah, P14, P14, which is, I'm very proud of it. Um, considering how but the that has been the Silverstone, so they've been very happy. So obviously, we're getting nearly towards the end of the season, and I can't wait to see what is going to be on board. And I should stay there. So the day the Lewis Hamilton, it looked at about 44 points ahead of Matt, and 45 points ahead of Charles. So if the Lewis is win this one playing um, maybe slimmer chance of Matt or Charles to catch up. I think my Matt to come up. So it's going to be quite excited to see what is going to unfold in Mexico long playing. And obviously, did I spoke about McLaren Chase and last episode. There ain't no McLaren Chase in this one, which is I'm very surprised about. There's nothing, literally nothing. It's not exclamation marks or anything. So it looks like we're going to be losing next season with no mechanism too. So, and I don't think he did today. I think he's very normal today. Chat and I think he was normal. I think, so we're gonna wait and see what next season is going to be like. So I'm gonna put all the upgrading that I can do, and then we're gonna be heading over to Mexico long time. So obviously we've got areas that could come in very soon. And I think I'm gonna take advantage of this one or no, cover this one because that and that will come after Brazil Shakti which will be um I think I'd stick with the Shakti but we'll see what the power side got to offer. Pretty good in the power side at this rate at the moment. The ability we can both do that one next season or in the next um, episode really. I think I'm gonna put it into this because we need some heat damper so we can get the new upgrade unlocked. We get the heat damper and to do that, and then work from so we will get area before we head into Mexico, and another area will be coming uh, at for Mexico, and then chat to be at for Brazil. So I'm excited to see what we can do with this one. I'm gonna do about something with a train, like a promotion or this one, do this one, and then I'm gonna see. I mean, the situation with the contract. Because what I've been hearing, there's a glitch going now with a contract for Abu Dhabi, which is gonna be quite annoying. So I'm hoping they won't affect this file to the part of her. It only being patched with the newer file. It did restart the whole thing, not the older file. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. You'll have to find out. So with huge contract, 2 million, and obviously I don't really want to spend that money on who. And I've been listening to moving on from who by the someone else, which maybe cheaper contract, like too high. Who literally couple rated better than well, thick rated better than who, and cheaper as well. So we can look into them. Um, so what I want to do is to buy new facility and um, you know, try to improve the development of the car with the facility upgrade. I think powertrain, we are top in the powertrain, but I think the powertrain should be okay for now. We want different area, we have to save up to about 3.5 or 4.7 taxi same personnel. But my brain is saying do the powertrain, so do the powertrain now. um, and then we will hopefully manage to be able to offer Jack Duha, Theo Porsche, or Frank Patsy. So we might see some of the go through and hopefully get that
We had a major
back.
issue on the production line earlier this week,
But we won't get
so
the
the entire
upgrade
development
unfortunately.
package for the weekend has failed.
Uh,
Any
we don't
redevelopments
have
will need
enough,
to be
so we have
ordered
to
from the R&D
cancel
screen.
this one. Fortunately, that's fine. It hurt, yeah, but it's something to deal with. 1,000. Surely that's enough. No, not enough. But we saved that one up for now. So we're gonna head over
You're
to
not currently in
Mexico.
a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to
So
be
I
a
will see
rival.
you
Think carefully who you
in
select. As
at
while
the
you'll
end
receive a
of the
claim for beating them,
practice. But I just want to put in a quick informal for you. Turned out there was a mechanism change the whole time, which is with the ability. I could have swore it come earlier that Japan was still a poor, so maybe it's one thing they come later. I think maybe one. I'm not quite sure. So obviously it's now it's going to be the ability. So we got a hell of a lot of money coming in. I would have had that at the start, I think. But I think what I'm gonna do is gonna adapt all of it. So obviously, I'm thinking about putting top 14 when I go into the late state while I'm playing. It's going to be medium to hard. That's what I want to do. Um, I think that's a good idea for me to do that. So that's what I'm thinking about doing to be better that way. So I'm gonna quickly get all the ability done as much as I can. I go for sheep one. The film two. Film two. I would just put another one new, and then 275 and 452. That's fun. I don't think I will be doing any more the ability to upgrade, although I might want to because it's not. I think already basically died. So I will have to put a new one in, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna wait until the next night and do that. Gonna put everything back into newer um thinning component. So that is what I need to change 50% towards reduction power. Um, I'm gonna change it if I end up qualifying with like P20. I was putting new one in, it doesn't really matter. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna head over to 20, and I'm hoping that I can get the P qualifying at 2. So I think that is the achievement to the lap time I've done that, but all the way back to Austria. I think it's Austria. So obviously I need to try to see if I can get back up there and start getting more competitive. So yep, everything good. Well, to be set up, I'm thinking going for. I think 12, 14 is not bad. It's going to be an issue if I decide to go on a stop tire, but the stop time obviously deep way in a way. But for the quality, it's better to do that. Obviously, the car is slower, so I want the lower downforce, higher in. What's the word for it? Well, I don't want a higher downforce. I want higher top speed. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna quickly get out there. Obviously, the way gonna come in 13 minutes. So if I am out in Q1, it doesn't really affect too much. So I'm gonna go out, do my probably the other fun as well. Do my third one. I'll see you at the end of the third one. But to finish my third one, it did seem to be uncomfortable while I've done that. Some of the first and such that I waited a bit too late or early, so obviously I'm now where am I now? P17, but I'm behind the three that I won that because I know I had 190 and need to make sure I don't make the mistake that I've done when I went use some of those slips with the crawler problem. Um, but I'll probably when I head out right now, yeah, let's do that right now. I think you at the end of such one. Never mind, but the second one I'm about to pull out because the third one because I ended up receiving track number with some crawler cutting back. So I think at the end of the third one. I was trying to do my fourth one, but obviously it didn't work out. But unfortunately, like, I hope I got don't have enough time. Um, but when I was probably touching, nah, it's too late now. Unfortunately, too late. So unfortunately, on my P22 or something, like we should take that opportunity to put a new gearbox and everything in. But no, it's not what like do all of it. It doesn't matter to no, out a P1 and a P21, I made a mistake and I know the point of it, which is the first turn like a little bit too late, and one where about the stadium, but go that way and then that one that way. Just basically full on 180. That one, I make mistakes on that one, just play a bit too early, which is kind of annoying. Get that one, well, so we put new thing in and basically put fresh thing in and then we're gonna hope over the bomb playing so I do new update and automatic bomb playing.
Bienvenidos to the most populous city in North America. The legendary Jim Clark won the first official F1 race back in 1963 here, and we've had a veritable who's who of winners ever since. It's Mexico City, and therefore the Mexico City Grand Prix. We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Perez, Russell, Ocon, Gasly, Stroll, Norris, Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Joe, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Hughes, Sargent, De Vries, and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson, a lot of talented drivers out on the track today, but what will stand out for you?
My focus is 100% on the front of the grid. Like you said, we're seeing a lot of strong competition across those positions, so it would be super interesting to see the fight for that front spot. Personally speaking, I'm hoping for plenty of overtakes.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Now Taylor is go ahead in Mexican bomb playing. They're going to be quite overtapped at the start, and then eventually, become stunning later at the end. And I put on medium to hard. But obviously, I spoke about stop tire being an issue for me. I did think of doing stop the hard, but I don't really think that is the solution. And then obviously, we figured that out with the fuel. Just I want to try to make my car lighter than normally, but obviously with could have done higher. Because obviously, if you look back to like previously, we can literally put it all the way down on the spot of it, or just over half of that spot. Like let's say 35, we should put it 36. For this one, I have to put it a little bit higher. Because obviously it's about apparently 2,000 miles above sea level, which means the problem with the cooling, which is actually quite cool how they've done that. And then if I make like away we go, it messed the tank on playing both of the car in the front had nearly just start front of the there. And I wonder who's going to take the lead. I guarantee George Russell, and then obviously eventually Lewis. And I did have to play quite early due to the fact that the car slipped it over to me and then pulled back to the left side. And I was like, what the hell, I had to play quite early. And then obviously Oscar Piastri, we did a little fight, and I was shocked when I got them broken wings or nothing, but good thing they got none. And Norris and Gasly are challenging each other wheel to wheel at the get about forgot the name of this specific caller, and I got about and McLaren Lando Norris actually got in front of Pierre Gasly, but the fair Pierre Gasly did quite slow as he got out of that exit. This is why obviously Norris managed to get off a really good exit from there. And obviously now we're getting later on. Things seemed quite nice, and as I went way too wide, and Alexander Albon is now just gone past me. I was not happy with that pass, but in the previous way in America, tactic one playing, both Williams basically got ahead of me, but obviously the pace of Williams is way too high. And obviously, speaking of motivation, we actually got some motivation. Obviously, you see it at the start of the beginning of the episode, not halfway, and then Fernando Alonso is now ready to take over Pierre Gasly as they go about turn 1, and they got in the lead of that overtake. And Pierre Gasly obviously that seemed quite slow. I wonder why they're going slow. I don't really see any damage. I think I just released on the replay there was no damage. But yeah, so the mechanism change only affects one, and that is the ability, which is obviously doesn't really change anything. The ability, the only thing that affects it is your health of the car, and that's it. So obviously, aerodynamic, powertrain, was the number one strategy. They are the one that get affected the most. But the ability is only affects you where. So which is kind of annoying because I was hoping they would do something with area or powertrain, and I to take that me, but obviously I'm in top of the powertrain, and if I'll be able to end up the whole thing, it took basically change the direction of going to next season with most of the car. Like for example, Red Bull might not have inducted most of the part, and I'll be putting the Red Bull or Mercedes or McLaren, so it only affects the ability which I was quite like it's a bit ducted, but it what's gonna happen, you gotta deal with it, and obviously I'm really adapt to the whole thing. So during the next season, we're gonna see what happens, and Autopia actually gone quite really slow at the top that exit to that the break city almost got onto the back, and UT overtook him but it went so slow at the top that exit. But our defense is so much. Even on P15, I just shoot well as hard, but as hard as I can. The car doesn't feel um, quite as usual. Maybe today I was struggling a little bit about the caller, and Carlos Shire has now overtaken Lewis Hamilton for P1. It looks like a good massive challenge between both Ferrari and Mercedes, Lewis and Carlo. Carlo is not going to be able to challenge for the championship, by the championship, but if you try, it's either to bring that to Smashing Championship and Oscar Piastri now overtook me for P15, and I wanted to break me, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to cause damage between my car or to Oscar or the penalty for that. So I thought, I should let him do it. It's going to be a loyal call, but what can I do about it? And obviously over the last stick, Piastri is now probably about 2.4 seconds away from me, and we don't know the pace differences with McLaren. We talked about all the time about McLaren having really good pace, and Nico Hulkenberg now overtook me and I've gone down to P17. The Haas is actually in P7, well, 7 in the RD performance chart, I believe, a bit of P9 in the construction standards, if I know, I'm P10. No, well, I need to shut that one out, but had really quick today, but it matters well, not really necessarily really quick, but basically Joe it now does try to overtake Happy Magnussen for P12, but it's still wheel to wheel action, and it though to be able to have a good exit, looks like he did, and it's still like to have a Diallo, and they overtake him, well, it's still very close, and Alexander Albon just started to join the party, and if Alexander Albon be able to overtake, no. Basically no room for him to overtake. I thought we thought that now trying to overtake me, and I was basically quite late to be able to guide him out. To defend him, but he take that P17 back. I've wanted that P17, so why not fight for that P17? No, it doesn't hurt too much. And then over the lap 10, same again, Carlo overtook another time and this time made a small contact, and it does look like that Carlo did slip the car a little bit, appeared actually it's going in the pit lane, and once I was in the pit it actually had no damage. I was looking through the back of the bushes, no damage, and normally you're not really supposed to pit early, it's on a hard tire, probably pit around what lap 18 or something, but it knew it, and the rest of the car actually on medium, and the other car on stop. They actually pitted roughly, I think, about lap 13 to lap 16 back to time of a medium and stop for hard a lot later, and then we got that about to jump over the curb, and I obviously normally I root towards him, but I decided to stay away from him because I don't want him to crash into me to get my underbody damage or anything. It's just annoying, and my energy of my has just stay, but I'm gonna have to struggle and the whips, which just means that it now look at about 30 to 40% of where and over the lap 15, which is almost time for the pit for me. And obviously, the pair that is now caught up to me as he pit in lap 10. All it took him 5 laps to catch up to me. And obviously, that's because I was driving quite cautious, slow, which is quite annoying. The confidence isn't there like it was in America. In America, I was driving so well. And then over the lap 17, looks like Hamilton and I believe it's Leclerc has pitted for, I believe it's hard tyre. I'm not quite sure, I can't see quite dark to be able to see it. It looks like it is a hard tyre. But they pitted for hard tyre. And I'm now to go in to put on a hard tyre as well. So it's like it's nothing about that timing. I do believe, but it appear pitted quite early in that 10. It's going to struggle to where it's going to be absolutely horrendous. To the Mexico, you are countries likely to get some more, what you call that, higher to the wear than in other races. So, but there's a corner issue with it. To the Mexico, like I said, the 2000 higher than the sea level, 2000 meters, that's what I'm looking for. So now I'm just come out of the pit on lap 18 to try and chase down the Starting and Trinona and who. But I don't really think that can work, but it's obviously I had a really quite uncomfortable driving around on this races today, and I'm hoping be able to do well in the second stint, which is the front tyre spec, and I'm hoping to recompose and just try to bring my confidence level back up. And I'll be on board with Alexander Albon, and there's another flat. I'm wondering what happened, and it looks like it's Albon going quite slow, and he's basically just made gasoline. He lose time. He should have just stayed. He just come in or anything, and then the free now gonna try to overtake me. But he did the whole thing. It's now between me and Nick the Free. That's it. So Alexander Albon is obviously out of the sea, and I think he's got to do with mechanical failure. There is no smoke going on. So I will assume it's just normal mechanical issue with something. Um, so I don't know what exactly it's the reason, but we are doing quite bad. There's nothing I can do about it. Just basically keep trying to see if it doesn't work flat, or stay in the car, without practicing with birdie, or stay in the car to come out, looking about, hoping about 25 laps, 25 or something, try to put on a medium, but the medium will hit him quite quickly. So obviously this whole thing is now to between me and Nick the Free, and Nick the Free actually overtook me, and I was very early, and I should let him by a lot some time yet, but I'm managed to be able to stay behind him with that VR look. So I'm going to try and chase him down, take the position back for P20, and yet that's not impacted at all, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just hoping heading over to the next race, which is going to San Paulo, Brazil Grand Prix. I'm hoping for a good bounce back, and this the free is being trying to defend harder on me, but I was like, no, even though we're not challenging for point, I'm just gonna keep and try and get there. And then on board with George Russell, and looks like he will be, yes, the end with mechanical failure. Still of the smoke is out of Mexico Grand Prix, but unfortunately, of either, even though his P-stick is still quite a long way away for the car in front, so he is now officially the end is out of the race for sure, which is a shame, but I believe in America is actually, oh no, it was back to back the end for George Russell, and we got 3 second penalty. Well, it doesn't really affect anything to it, and I just went off the track, doing really reckless driving of me, which is, stupid of me. But yeah, so George actually had back-to-back DNF from America to now. That was unlucky for George. that maybe some durability issues when on let's say the maybe that will affect the day quite a lot if they haven't adapted to the path of durability next season. So I get the wait to see what will happen in next season, see if it actually does change something that so obviously I'm probably gonna put the pause on adapting the path since I've already completed it for one line of it, so I'm on the second line. I might need that one, put everything into aerial taxi. So I don't just wait to see and land slow. I just spin as he comes out of the third corner. So he spins the car instead of taking the car or most flat, which I was waiting for. Magnussen needs to be swished back on those, but he took it with it and slow. So he stick it on the road for no bloody reason. He barely even moved, and now it's gonna come out, and he's now basically this block of Fernando Alonso. I'm surprised there was no safety car, vertical safety car, or anything, because that was quite dangerous, to be honest. Very dangerous. I see illegally come up the track and stick it on the track for no reason. I know it comes home, something a Mexico long plane, and Carlos Sainz comes home is P2, Max Verstappen P3, Perez P4, and Leclerc P5. Wow, watching them put the performances both top 5, would to be top 6 with George, but it didn't work out for George. But those top 5 was very close to each other from Lewis to Max P, well, like a couple, like 1-2 seconds, and then from P2 to P4 to very close, and I'm P19. I think I took 3 second penalty till start of the day. It's Nico Hulkenberg, well done to Hulkenberg.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners.
There's a D on the podium, Lewis Hamilton P1, Carlo P2, and Matt P3, Matt what? Yeah, wait, I need to check that when I was in. I've always did completely one thing around. Yeah, I thought Matt was P2. Did I not say Matt became a P2? I don't know, I said that might be wrong or something, but well done to Lewis is now a centre, the championship leading for the driver standing, and he helped Mercedes to push further in the Tunch-Lassen standing.
So let's
So
review
that
the
was a good
drivers'
thing for them.
standings. It's a great result
So
for
I did that
Lewis
with
Hamilton,
Ron,
who moves
Carla with
further ahead at the
P2,
top of
Matt
the table.
P3.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who
Yeah,
would you
I was
say
very
is a
wrong then.
contender
I
for
did like,
driver
I
of the
said
day?
Max
whatever.
Verstappen seemed to just
So obviously,
effortlessly weave through the other
Lando
drivers
got
today
P6
without a
to
care in the
top of the
world.
car.
He
It
was
didn't play
definitely my driver
due
of
to the fact
choice.
that
Let's move on
George
to the
was DNF,
constructors. It was
which
a
is
tough race
obviously
for our
as you see,
championship leaders,
I
who
got
lose
lapped it,
ground
and
at
that
the top of the table.
two
Another team that
to
will be
top
satisfied with
5
this Grand
lapped this
Prix
me.
is Alfa Romeo, whose
Which
good
is why I
result
think the
moves them
car was so
further up the
slow, but I had
championship.
to end up being lapped
Well,
here.
what an end to
And
another
Mercedes
fantastic
now
weekend of racing.
17
Thanks to
point
everyone who
ahead
joined us,
of Red
and we'll
Bull.
see you
Is
for the
that
next one.
really good for the Mercedes?
The team's income is
Although
looking very
George
robust right
DNF,
now.
so I don't
It's time for you to have a think
this
about our
one
profit margin and what
it
areas of the
started being like
operation might benefit from that
scaling
money.
up. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna head over to San Paulo net up a toe. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, the tin of a belt on, and peace out.